It is the Muji A5.
Trade through to get back to an old high of significance.
Before I actually get into Eurodollar, I wanted to share the indicators that I use. Stop doing what got them there, and I've made that mistake in the past. What is up, guys? Oh my goodness gracious. Welcome back to another video. I have an idea to just kind of pick up the camera and just film. Gonna be a bit of a day in the life, a bit more of a chilled vlog. Some things that I want to be doing and including learning ICT content, doing my weekly ASR, weekly forecast for the week ahead. So there's a bit of trading, there's a bit of life stuff, and some golden nuggets. So I hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. But first we need to make dinner because I'm very freaking hungry.
I've been thinking about the good times. I've been sleeping through the long nights. I've been shining in the sunlight. I've been thinking how I'm alright. There's a reason for my feelings. There's a reason why I'm healing. Yeah, I feel higher than the ceiling. All because of you.
Alright guys, bon appetit. It's missing some green just because I didn't get any when I was in Asda. But hey ho, let's eat. Take a bite. Nom nom nom.
Few moments later.
Guys, I'm crashing hard. Food coma. I guess this kind of leads me into kind of the first golden nugget. So the first golden nugget that I kind of wanted to share and talk about is energy management. And this is inspired by Ali Abdal's video where he talks about his energy investment portfolio. And technically, when I'm working, trading, learning ICT concepts, it's never that I don't have enough time. It's sometimes I just don't have the energy, or I don't feel energized to go and focus on trading or learning something new. So something that you want to keep in mind is to organize your work blocks based on energy and not time. Because let's face it, like we pretty much always have the time to do X, Y, or Z. It's just sometimes we just don't have the energy to do it. Do things that will help you feel energized to go and do work. And you know, like something I also want to talk about like a little bit more personally is, you know, if you're living in an environment where things get really toxic, because you know, I've been in that situation. Put in your headphones, put in your AirPods, put on some Gary Vee, some Andy Frisella, some positive self-talk to re-energize yourself and to just smash it at the charts with trading. I'm already amped up, I'm already energized just talking about it. Like I've had food coma, but well look, I'm gonna make a coffee. I'm kind of going against something that I'm trying not to have coffee like in the evening. If I have coffee, it's gotta be decaf, but in this Airbnb, there's no decaf coffee.
So do what you want, baby. You and me in the sun. Know that I still be here when the day is done. So come.
Taste test. There was a coffee machine, but I just opted for the instant coffee. Nah, that is not nice. So I guess before I get into it, a lot of people ask, you know, what I used to study. It is the Muji A5, this one. Oh my gosh, I'm so impressed by this autofocus. And usually I use the Muji black pen that is like, oh okay, now that doesn't want to focus. Where it's kind of like this. But I got the dupe when I was in the Philippines. Like I literally stocked up on these pens because I love them. I literally just take notes of something that stands out to me or that I think is key. The reason why I prefer like, you know, notebook and pen is just because by the time I'm writing, I feel like I'm remembering it, and I feel like that's how I learn things pretty quick, because instead of just typing it out, I feel like it just goes straight through like my brain. It just vanishes. By the time I'm writing it down, I'm like rehearsing it into my mind. I feel like I remember it more. I full on make diagram annotations and stuff, and yeah, I think it's just figuring out kind of like what works best for you. And what I've been doing for the core content is, I don't know if you can see that, but I start putting timestamps. Put timestamps on specific things that Michael talks about. So
What is liquidity? Liquidity refers to the degree to which a market or asset or security can be quickly bought or sold in the market without affecting the asset's price. It relates to buy orders and sell orders. It's as simple as that. Looking at where existing orders would reside. So essentially what you do is you're targeting areas at which the market has already seen buying and selling in the marketplace. Fundamental understanding is that there's going to be liquidity above old highs and below old lows.
So we all know that Michael kind of talks a lot of, he kind of goes on tangents and stuff, which I don't mind that. But I did get a question on, do I kind of write down everything Michael's saying, or kind of just the things, like, you know, I like bullet point. And again, from like experience of just learning, like I kind of know what stands out to me, what I kind of have to note down. So for example, what he just said, you know, our first fundamental understanding is that there's going to be
above old highs and below old lows.
So that's something that I would write down. And you know, even though I already know that, I'll write down.
To get back to an old high of significance, price action that the market has to trade through to get back to an old high of significance, we view this as a high resistance liquidity run.
Say hi, vlog.
Hi.
So this is the reality of like trying to do work, is you get random phone calls from your friend. It's Monica. Fun fact, her name's actually not Monica, it's Veronica. Anyway. So I just came off a FaceTime call with one of my good friends, and it's quite funny because I was telling her, like, of all the times we do a FaceTime call, like spontaneously, it's one where I'm like trying to film and like be productive and study. Studying kind of brings me back to when I was doing engineering, and there's just something about like doing something that you really don't want to be doing. So that was me at uni studying 3-4 years for engineering. Like I knew I didn't want to be an engineer, but I was doing it. So I kind of feel like I have that muscle or that character trait where like I'll just get it done. Like I'm just gonna do it, and when I do it, I'm gonna do it well.
It's all over the way. All the little pieces scattered around, and you can put them in place, or you could be free.
Can't I just die here on the beach with my fingers in the sand and the water at my feet? Can I just get some release here? Everybody falls off the tippy of they tall talk, don't come and talk to me. I ain't trying to see fear reflections in my rear view, deflectors in my purview coming after me. Got some issues with my worldview, I iron out the kinks. I ain't trying to be king, crowns ain't the way to bring love. Soft.
Good morning, guys, happy Saturday. I wanted to just jump on the camera, jump on the charts, and just kind of look through the charts and share my thoughts of kind of what has happened in this week. We're gonna look at things on a higher time frame standpoint. So DXY daily, you can tell that we're in this really sensitive area now because we have just taken out the buy side liquidity resting above this key high here, and you can see that we've got this fair value gap which then price became sensitive and returned to in this candle. And obviously when we're looking at in this level here, we can see that obviously price has been bullish, so even this little pullback retracement was just short term. We have price sensitive and returning to this area. Where could price run to? Well, we have a daily fair value gap here. Price actually smashes through, gets sensitive at the high up here. So what happens is price returns and creates liquidity here. Then we obviously had some manipulation, and price is now just being sensitive around this premium area above this buy side liquidity resting up above here. So that was sort of my thought pattern. I mean, approaching areas like this on a daily standpoint, you know, it's just something where a lot of manipulation can happen, and there could be a lot of seek and destroy sort of trading. If we just look at DXY as a whole, one of the easiest things to do was literally just, when I was learning, was just to mark out key highs, key lows. So we obviously know buy side liquidity resting above here, so price magnetizes, and in this case on Thursday we had the big push up. You can see here we have sell side liquidity resting below here. Price returns to, let's say, this fair value gap here. If I just do that, you can see, yeah, price was sensitive to this fair value gap here. Let me just remove the kill zone boxes. So you can see here, every single time price is tapping sell side liquidity area here, we're getting a strong reaction. As well as that, I remember having fair value gap here. So we had areas where price could draw to, where price would want to head to. Before I actually get into euro dollar, I wanted to share the indicators that I use. So ICT kill zone boxes by this guy, TGFX day of the week indicator by this guy, and then watermark. And pretty much how I have it set is obviously London Open 2 to 5 a.m, New York Open 7 till 10 a.m. Fill middle. I don't show the high or low. So yeah, pretty much you can have a look at that if you want. Cool. Euro dollar on the daily. On the daily, we can clearly see that we've just been bearish. You know, we're in this discount leg. Clear sell side liquidity that was resting below this kind of key low here. And you can see price was absolutely sensitive, approaching it and just staying around this region here. Obviously buy side liquidity is resting above there. If we just jump to the 1 hour, so you can see that we have tapped this sort of bullish order block here, sell side liquidity as well. And I mean, here's a clear one as well, sell side liquidity. Price was kind of bouncing on it, moves to the downside of it, and then absolutely explodes to the upside. Let's say you're looking long in this area. You can say that here we had the buy side liquidity, and price again just pierces it and then absolutely pushes to the downside. Like, I would say that this entire area is kind of just like low probability trading. Like, it's just something that when I look at it looks range bound. It just doesn't look clean to me, whether I'm trading ICT or not. Like, it's just something I don't really want to get involved in. If I'm getting involved, at least I'm going to be, again, understanding the consequences of trading in a market condition like this. So with price just kind of moving around this area, it's not clear. Obviously you can get in a quick scalp, but again, I want clarity here. I want clarity, you know, when you're trading larger funds, like being involved in shitty price action like this is just not the one. So I'm gonna wait for the market to come to me. I wanna understand daily bias more and get into higher probability trading.
Damaged. One man's trash is another man's baggage. Slow you down, I ain't going nowhere. Spacesuit on, can't breathe this air. TNT going off in here.
So guys, I'm going to be ending this video in a bit, but before I end it, I just wanted to talk about kind of the importance of studying. When you become a full-time trader or funded trader, a myth is that you've got it all figured out. And the sad truth is that a lot of people just stop doing what got them there. And I've made that mistake in the past. When I became full-time, I kind of stopped learning new content or elevating my mindset. So, you know, we still have to always keep doing the things that got us here and more. Not just because you became a full-time trader or a funded trader, or that, you know, you may know ICT very well, or you think you may know everything about price action, that you kind of just stop learning and stop growing and stop evolving. So guys, it's so important that, you know, we continue to keep growing, because again, we don't know what we don't know. Like, you know, these self-help books, they're kind of like saying all the same thing, just from different areas. But it doesn't mean that I'm just gonna stop reading books forever because I'm like, okay, I know it all. No, I continue to read the book, even though it kind of, again, it says the same thing as the previous book that I read. So it's just about ingraining it and embodying that, what you learn. They say that like knowledge is power, but it's only potential power as long as you actually go and apply it in your life. And that's where it's really hard, because you can consume knowledge but not take action. A quick action step is to go figure out what energizes you. So that could be making a cup of coffee before you start work, or, you know, maybe you can't focus at home, so, you know, go to the library or go to a coffee shop. Again, guys, you've got to see the bigger picture when you're studying. Micro level, you may be bored, stressed, getting a headache. Macro level, you know that what you're doing is going to contribute to the bigger success that not only you get to feel, and my family is here. Alright guys, I'm gonna end this video. There's my little brother. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. God bless. You got me a shell? Wow, thank you.
Welcome.
Cannot do it.
I can't. He gave me his old phone.
Wow, he's so good.
Fit in.